This is me, and here's pretty much everything I figured out in the past 22 years of living, or at least trying to figure out how to live. The past year I learned that a virus can turn the whole world upside down. I learned that I can sympathize with serial killers, yet struggle finding nice words to describe my appearance. I learned that whenever I was my skinniest, I also was my saddest. I learned that being basic is not an insult. Because if being basic means watching sunsets, getting excited when pumpkin season starts, and listening to Mr. Brightside on repeat, then I will forever sign up to it. I learned that war is very much closer than I hoped it would be. I learned that as long as I buy clothes I like, my wardrobe will be my own personal style, without any needed labels. I learned that I should never ever paint my walls yellow and purple again, and if I could, I would go back and warn my 12-year-old self of that decision. I learned that I never really hated my birthday, just got lost in the thought of maybe not being worthy to be celebrated by the people I love. I learned that I will never regret jumping into lakes, rivers, or the ocean ever. It's the thing that makes me feel the most alive. I learned that loving to be home and enjoying traveling can coexist. I learned that I can't build strong relational friendships if I feel inferior towards the other person. I learned that coolness is a game everyone participates in, and the people you find the coolest are just really good at playing. I learned that I still have to work on my relationship with my body, even after years of recovering. I learned that ice cream tastes better if you don't regret it, soda is a bubbling masterpiece, and pasta doesn't have to be an occasion. Pasta should be eaten at least once a week. I learned that I can eat a whole package of grapes in one sitting, and I learned that love doesn't have to hurt, and if it does, you should maybe choose the love and respect you have for yourself instead of the love for someone who is simply not good for you. None of us remembers our first birthday cake. It was likely our mother who, in the midst of the joy, chaos and emotion of a first birthday, set aside the time to bake her baby's first cake. Nowadays, I bake my own, which is one of my biggest and most meaningful gestures of self-love. It isn't really about the cake itself. Over the years, our birthdays feel less and less real. As a child, birthdays were a whole feeling. Nowadays, it's just a day, but the moment I cut into my own birthday cake, there is this very small spark in me that tells me that this is not just a day, but my day. When the right moment comes with some family gathered around, the cake is everything. So the last birthday I actually celebrated was probably when I turned 12, and I never thought I would ever celebrate again, but here I am throwing a birthday party. I learned that it's okay to be both, the nature-loving girl and the one that plays beer pong in her basement. I learned that dancing is just fun if you don't care about what others think. And I also learned that it's quite stressful to throw a birthday party, but so worth it. I learned that balance is a concept I still haven't figured out. Maybe the balance we were aiming for 3 years ago just doesn't work anymore today. Maybe life is a never-ending process of finding what works for us. And maybe we shouldn't look at it as something to fix, but something to explore instead. I learned that I still have a lot to learn, but also isn't that what it's all about?